We played just over a minute here in the fourth. Here's the pick. Smith outside. The three is up. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
Setting the floor for the Heat. They've got Kevin Durant. He's out there with LeBron James. And it's Smith in at the 2 spot. He gets it in there.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Now here's Durant. Oh, Durant playing big in the paint.
Yeah, it looks like he hit the reset button at halftime. Not sure if it was a mechanical issue, but he's looked much more confident offensively.
Knocks it loose. Pierce gets the bucket.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
And so it's James with it. He brings it up for Miami. They've led by as much as 10. Got to wrap up this short 2-game road trip. Yep, that one goes. And it's now 23 points for Durant.
You're cutting after setting the pick. Durant just positions himself well to score in these situations.
Pass to Pierce. He nails it, and we're tied.
Yeah, you have to give him a lot of credit here. He's turned things around after a disappointing first half.
The Heat have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Pass to Durant. 4-3 at the arc. KD drains it.
His third triple of the game. A little more success from out there in the second half.
Here's Pierce. Here's Abdul Rauf. Now Ibaka. 5 to shoot. Here's Pierce. Off the mark there with a 3. Heat leading by 3. Smith outside.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Jalen Green, he's checked in for Miami.
13 foul. Substitution on the court.
A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. To the inside, Stoudemire. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Shooting for Miami, Amari Stoudemire. Taking 2 shots.
That one misses. And the Heat making a change here. Salon's checked in. Good on the second one.
Well, you wish he got them all, but at the very least, it's now a 2-possession game.
Screen by Ibaka. Fires from the corner. It's hauled in by the Heat.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Green rising up.
Using the pick there, Green saw the opening and let it fly.
The Bulls trail by 6. That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one. And as we start to wrap up voting, this list of contenders for the three-point contest begins to take its final form. And I got to say, this is an impressive collection of talent.
Yeah, it sure is, B.A. Every single one of these guys has a clean shot at taking home the trophy. They are all elite shooters from three-point range.
You look at Miller, he's gathered enough votes to currently sit at the number 4 spot on the list. He must be excited about the prospect of competing in this event at All-Star Weekend.
And it's obvious the fans want him there as well. He's a dangerous man from beyond the arc who could have a real shot at winning that event.
The voting is just about over. We'll keep you updated. This is just a tremendous list.
And each year that passes by, it becomes more and more difficult to pick a field. So many talented shooters in the NBA right now.
Now, here is James. Here's LeBron. A rebound by Bosh. Bosh has got 11 rebounds in the game.
One thing they've done well tonight, and that's rebounding.
Bane, no good. Miami with the ball. It's been 8 unanswered for them. Here's Salon. That's Ibaka defending to the middle. James, a freight train coming!
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. The Bulls making a switch here. Redick's checked in. Portis, he's checked in for Miami. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan was saying to the team. He said to them, "You guys look defeated out there. Wake up. This game is far from over, but I need you all to believe that. I need you to fight for one another right now."
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Here's Pierce. Check by James. And yep, it's good.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Inside, here's Portis. Chicago with a rebound. Redick's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Pierce. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Overall, this quarter, he's getting good looks, and he's taking advantage.
Griffin, he's checked in for Redick. Here's Billups. Portis with a screen on Griffin. Pass to Portis. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Portis has got this first bucket of the night. Griffin outside. Here's Bane. Green covering. Back to Griffin. Now here's Ibaka. Banked it in off the glass. Ibaka's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments. See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Here's Pierce. And a nice finish on the layup. Pierce has got 12 points in just the second half.
As bad as he was in the first half, that's how good he's been since.
Portis the screen. Green, the pass to Portis. That shot off the mark.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Here's Ibaka. It's hauled in by Portis.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach.
Salong. Second shot opportunity. No good. Ooh, great D that time from Ibaka. Here's Pierce. Nails it from beyond the arc. Pierce has got 19 points.
What a passer Bane has become.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. For Miami, they've gotten 8 of 15 during the fourth quarter. And there's the drive. Out to James. Lets it go from deep. What a difficult three. The King.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Pass to Pierce. Down low. Here's Abdul Rauf. Just 4 to shoot. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Here's Harper. Puts it up from 12. A rebound by Bosch. Bosch has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Here's Pierce. Pass to Bosch. And he banks in the layup. Bosch has got 4 points in the quarter.
Look, that's an opportunity you don't pass up.
Here's Harper. Not that time.
Well, he's had a rough night, but his teammates have picked him up.
Here's Abdul Rauf. Now Miller. With the drive. Book it!
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Harper. Oh, he can't get the layup. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Ibaka against Durant. Oh, the go-ahead bucket, no good.
You gotta finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Here's Pierce. Check by James. James with a steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Superb transition play from LeBron.
Oh, easy to see why LeBron has the ball in these moments. He's dependable at coming through for this team.
And the officials signaled the backcourt violation. Not careful there. Hunters checked in for Salam.
Number 4, DeAndre Hunter.
Here's Harper. Releases from 15. Ooh, the shot misses. A minute and a half left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Bosch. Hunter covering.
Nice pass inside, making things easy for him now.
They've led by as much as 10. Here's Harper. And it's blocked by Ibaka. Miller against Hunter. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter.
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Here's Harper. Screen by Durant. Into the lane. Oh, the stuff!
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that. Puts so much pressure on the defense.
The jumper is good.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
And James has got the ball here for the Heat. They trail by 1. Ooh, Durant with a steal. Fast break. Here come the Heat. And he slams it home.
Oh, what a clutch performer. It's clear that Durant loves the spotlight and embraces that chance to take those huge shots.
Here's Abdul Rauf following the bucket by the Heat. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's the floater. Buries it.
Big time bucket to put him in front. Now they've got to put everything into their D and come up with a big stop.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. How do you think this is going to play out?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
James. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
And if you can't force the turnover on that play, then that's not a bad foul.
Oh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he does get the second one. And that ties this game up.
Well, he's got to be disappointed that he wasn't able to take the lead, but at least he evened things up.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys.
Substitutions. Amari Stoudemire. Chauncey Billups.
Here's Pierce. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a minute. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this game. Here we go. They've got Brandon Miller, and it's Ibaka in at the power forward position. Spins, fires it from 14. And for the Heat, they're shooting at 45% of the game so far. There's a screen. Oh, no good on the layup.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Here's Abdul Rauf. Now Miller, 6 to shoot. The putback. The putback. How about the activity?
Now that takes serious effort and a light touch.
No need to overdo it. Just lightly tip it in. He takes it in. Gets it to go. And Stan, you coached a bunch of seasons in the league. What's an issue that you face that maybe the average fan doesn't know?
Well, look, I think the thing that fans really underrate about the game is how intelligent these guys are. So it's not really an issue that I face because I was lucky to have smart guys. But I think fans underestimate how much basketball intelligence factors in when you're talking about the best players in this game.
Chicago trailing here. Here's Abdul Rauf. Oh, what a move! A strong finish!
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that, put so much pressure on the defense.
Oh, what tremendous focus to absorb the contact and find a way there to finish.
Shooting from Miami, Chauncey Billups. One shot.
And that one misses. For Chicago, they've gone 2 for 5 here in OT. Miller fires. Can't get it to go.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option.
Here he goes. Durant. Banks it home. Big shot.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Bulls trail by 4. Just over 2.5 minutes in OT in this exciting contest. Fires the 3. Durant with the rebound.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
Now here's Durant. Durant powers through the contact to finish inside.
Yeah, and one of the most skilled players we've ever seen. Durant just continues to dominate offensively.
The shot is money.
Nice move to get inside and create a good look for himself.
And here's Smith. James deciding where to go with it. Now Durant. Oh, he finished it off. A beauty of a pass.
Yeah, the single-minded focus of Durant on offense, it's all about getting buckets, no distractions.
Just under 3.5 minutes played in extra time here. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball.
Hurts to see that kind of mistake. Coach is going to be on him about that one.
Harper, he's checked in for Miami. Miami with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Up top, Durant. Beyond the arc. Oh, it doesn't go. The Bulls trail by 6.
Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
And they have to play fast, but also smart. Every possession counts.
Oh, he missed the jumper.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Ball stolen. Here's Abdul Rauf. From 18 feet. Oh, it doesn't go. And they go to the intentional foul. Miami making a switch here. Green is checked in.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Miami Heat. And so they foul intentionally.
Chicago foul.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And for Green, it's about trying to be consistent. He has talent, and he needs to play to his strengths.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. There's 31 seconds left in OT. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
Not much time left. You think they have a chance to come back?
Salon, he's checked in for Miami.
Miami substitution. Number 34, Tejan Salon.
8-point game. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Oh, he misses the layup. And it's Miami's ball. They're on a 14-4 run. Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
They've been a different squad here in overtime. I'm just not seeing the same energy level.
So no problem for Miami as they get the win. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught a second win.
They really did, and it was wild. Everything it took just to get to the extra period, and then their surge at the end. Whew.
And that'll do it, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Ali LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And we present the player of the game, Kevin Durant.